They are charged with new construction or a remodel project. They get it conducted. Contact the staff at Furting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Furting Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, getting set for first pitch in just a couple of moments as Isaac Pollock finishing his warm-up pitches, and we can go through the starting lineups for Post State. As let's see here, may have to get the. I might have messed up here a little bit with the lineup for Post State. Yeah, there we go. It will be leading things off for Post State. Lincoln Kenols will be the shortstop. Jaden Wiebe will bat second and play second. Jack Merkwell will bat third and play center field. Bennett Dean is the first baseman batting fourth. Johnny Lyons, the third baseman, batting fifth. Gary Nedved, the DH, batting sixth. Jet Zabel, the right fielder, will bat seventh. Matthew Hansen, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Grayson Hunsley, the catcher, will bat ninth for Post State. Isaac Pollock is on the mound for the Eights. For Sioux Falls East, Sawyer Tolk, the shortstop, will bat first. He'll be followed by Jack Smith, the center fielder. Ethan Bruns, the third baseman, will bat third. Andrew Glovich, the right fielder, batting fourth. Tate Schaefer, the second baseman, batting fifth. Gage Sharping, the DH, will bat sixth. Tristan Fitzsimmons, the catcher, batting seventh. Jack Nesky, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Dylan Rippentrop, the left fielder, will bat ninth. Lincoln Vasgard is on the mound for Sioux Falls East in game number 2, as he was a defensive replacement at the end of game number 1 and will be the starter on the mound for game number 2 as everybody's finishing up their warm-ups, getting re-loosening back up and getting ready to go here for game number 2 of this doubleheader between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. As lineups were being exchanged, so with one more break, we'll step aside for one more minute, come back and have first pitch for you between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit capitalcityfordtoyota.com.
As we welcome you back here to Pierre, Sioux Falls East getting set to be the first man to come to the plates. Pierre is about to take the field, and we're ready to go here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. Pierre lost the first one 10-2, and now be looking for a second game win to split with Sioux Falls East here on this Wednesday evening. Glad you're with us. John Winkler here at Hyde Stadium, beautiful Hyde Stadium. Just the third home game of the season now, the second and third home games of the year, as Post State had one home game against Mandan. The second game was rained out, so this is game 2 and 3 at home for Pierre here at Hyde Stadium, and they will enjoy a lot more at the end of the season. But after tonight, they will travel to Mandan for a 9-inning game, and then it will be playing Friday, 2 games on Friday, a game on Saturday, and then potentially 2 games on Sunday, but that schedule will not be set until, I guess, really until potentially the end of Friday. We might know exactly where Pierre will be playing on Sunday, depending on how it all goes. But Isaac Pollock has taken the mound as Pierre has taken the field, and the Eights are going to be, again, looking for a split of this doubleheader as Pollock is warming up on the mound. He is making his 4th start of the season. In his first 3 starts, he went 9 in the 3rd inning combined. He is 1-1 of the season. He has 7 hits allowed, 15 runs, 12 of them earned, 19 walks, 11 strikeouts. The ERA is at 9 right now for Pollock and a whip of 2.787. But the batting average against is just 194. So that tells you, again, that nobody's been able to really figure out Isaac Pollock. The thing that's been hurtful for Pollock so far is the amount of walks that he has allowed through the 9 1/3 innings. But he is going to be on the mound and looking to, here at home, to have a strong start and to feel right back at home at Hyatt Stadium. And Pollock, last year, Post State was, at the beginning of the season, was in a real bad funk of trying to just win some ball games. They were struggling to win some ball games. And here comes Isaac Pollock on the mound. Every single time that he took the mound throughout the season, he was as steady as it gets and was fantastic for Pierre and really helped turn the season around. I believe he threw a complete game last year that kept him only in 3 days rest. So he threw all 7 innings. It was so efficient that he could have came back on the 4th day. There's not a whole lot of guys that go 7 full innings. That there's not a lot of guys that can go full 7 innings because they give up so many. They throw so many pitches. First pitch is a ground ball. Lincoln Keno's will bobble it, and no chance over to throw out the runner at first and Sawyer Tolk, and a leadoff error to open up the ball game in the first pitch at 7:32 here this evening from Hyatt Stadium. So here's Jack Smith. Smith in game number 1 for Sioux Falls East drove in 4 different runs. He had a 2 RBI single and a 2 RBI triple. He'll swing at the first pitch and foul that one right over the top of the press box where we're at. And it's an 0-1 count here to Jack Smith. Defensively for Pierre, Matt Hansen in left, Jack Merkwan in center, and Jet Zabel in right. Johnny Lyons at third, Lincoln Keno's at short. Jane Wiebe at second, Bennett Dean at first. Grayson Hunsley behind the plate. There's a hard line drive out to center field and right to Matthew Hansen, who took his step in. And there's 1 on and 1 out now here in the top of the first inning. And it will bring up Ethan Bruns, the third baseman. Bruns in game number 1. He drove in 4 runs on 3 different at-bats. He singled in the first, doubled home 2 runs in the second, had an RBI groundout, and also a RBI single. Went 3 for 4 with 4 runs driven in. First pitch is over for ball 1 as that one was low. Bruns followed by Glovich. Here's the 1-0 from Isaac Pollock. That one will again miss low, and it's now 2-0. Good couple of pitches there from Pollock trying to get Bruns to swing and miss or put one on the ground. Here's the 2-0. That one is at the knees and over for strike 1. Isaac Pollock, again, a lot of off speed, a lot of junk from Pollock, and what makes him effective is being around the strike zone and getting guys to chase, getting some ground balls, getting pop-ups. 2-1 pitches upstairs, and it's now 3-1. Doesn't throw very hard comparative to other guys, but everything moves. Everything is hard to pick up. Now the arm from Isaac Pollock. And he does it effectively. 3-1 pitch. That one's upstairs, and it will be a 1-out walk. And it's first and second with 1 away. And it brings up Andrew Glovich, the right fielder. Ground ball, though, can get you right out of this inning. Glovich went 0 for 2. He walked twice, struck out twice. Walked in the first and second, then struck out in the fourth and the sixth. Here's the first pitch from Isaac Pollock. That one's at the letters and taken for strike 1. This is a big second game here for Pierre. 4-5 now in South Dakota games. Sioux Falls East is up to 10-4. And a big win gets you 47 seed points and can jump you up. That one's upstairs, and it's now 1-1. Pierre will have Mitchell next in South Dakota games. That's next week, Wednesday, on the road. We'll have that doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock with coverage at 4:45. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Tomorrow is a 1-9 inning game against the Mandan Chiefs. Post State will be looking to avenge their home loss to Mandan and beat them on their home ballpark. And then we'll travel up to Minot. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 1-2 pitch. Curveball, that's looked at for a strike 3. Glovich gave up on it. It found the top of the zone for a strike, and there's the first strikeout for Isaac Pollock. There's now 2 down, and it will bring up Tate Schaefer, the second baseman. Runners at first and second and 2 down. Tate Schaefer to the plate. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Actually make that 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He has sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball to Lyons over at third base. He will field. The throw to first is in time, and Isaac Pollock will work around the leadoff error. No runs score, no hits, no error, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Now the first inning, and Post State's, their order will look like this. Lincoln Kenols will lead things off. He's the shortstop. Jaden Wiebe batting second, playing second. Jack Merkwan, the center fielder, batting third. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. Johnny Lyons, the third baseman, batting fifth. Gary Nedved, the DH, batting sixth. Jed Zabel, the right fielder, will bat seventh. Matthew Hansen, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Grayson Hunsley, the catcher, will round out the order as they will go against Lincoln Vasgard on the mound for Sioux Falls East, as Vasgard was the guy that came in the first base whenever Nesci came into the ball game or went over to the mound to pitch. But as Vasgard is ready to go, Lincoln Kenols will step to the plate. Kenols went 2 for 4 in game number 1. He had 2 of the 6 hits for Pierre. Drove in 1 of the 2 runs for Post State. As the first pitch from Vasgard to Kenols. That one will bounce in for ball 1. And it immediately gets away from the catcher, Tristan Fitzsimmons. A little bit different defensive lineup. Not a whole lot different from game 1 to game 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Kenols grounds it right back up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Right back where it came from, and Kenols has his third hit of the doubleheader. And he is the first man to reach base for Post State in this ball game. And it brings up Jaden Wiebe. Dylan Rippentrop is out in left. Jack Smith in center, and Andrew Glovich is in right. Ethan Bruns at third. Sawyer Tolk at short. Tate Schaefer at second. Jack Nesci at first. Tristan Fitzsimmons behind the plate. And Lincoln Vasgard on the mound for Sioux Falls East. Here's the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe. That is upstairs for ball 1. Wiebe went 0 for 3 in game number 1. Struck out in the first and in the 5th, and ground out in the 3rd inning. And overall, 9 strikeouts in the ball game from Post State in game number 1. There's a strike taken by Wiebe. Chase Houselog gave up those 2 runs and struck out 8, with then Jack Nesci getting a strikeout in the bottom of the 7th inning as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Instead of check over at first, and back in safely is Kenols standing up. And Wiebe came into this doubleheader hitting .292 after having a .462 weekend at the Dakota Classic. That one's at the top of the zone, and it's now 1-2 here to Jane Wiebe. He had 4 extra base hits of his 6 hits last weekend. He's got 5 extra base hits in total, and he's driven in 10 runs for Post State. 2, 3, and 4 for the Eights have 10-plus runs driven in. Wiebe will ground the pitch up the middle, stepping on the bag at second for 1. Throw to first is in time. It's a 6-3 double play. And as quickly as Post State had the leadoff man on base, it's been wiped out on a 6-3 double play, and there's now 2 down. And it will bring up Jack Merkwan, the center fielder. Merkwan, he is the team leader in RBIs with 11 so far in game number 1 for Post State. And Merkwan, he went 1 for 3, singled in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the first pitch from Vasgard. That one will bounce in, scooped up by Fitzsimmons. And just like Chase Houselog, Lincoln Vasgard works from the stretch, even with nobody on base. As there's 2 down and nobody on the bottom of the 1st. The 1-0 pitch. That one is just a bit outside, and it's now 2-0. Fitzsimmons, he threw the ball back and then turned around to maybe ask the question of how close it was. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's at the knees, and it's now 2-1. No score here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Post State now 7-10 on the year, but still a big opportunity for a win against Sioux Falls East here in game number 2. That one is at the outside corner, now 2-2. And those are 2 tough pitches for Jack Merkwan to take. One that looked like it was at the very, very bottom of the zone. That one is at the outside corner. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He'll foul that one straight back. And it remains at 2-2. Bennett Dean is on deck, looking for an opportunity to swing the bat here in the bottom of the 1st. Here's a 2-2. That one is outside, and it's now 3-2. Just a bit outside, and now Merkwan looking to be a 2-out base runner. He has walked 8 times so far on the year. Looking maybe for walk number 9, maybe for base hit number 12 of the year. 3-2 pitch. It will be ball 4, and Merkwan is on with 2 away, and it will bring up Bennett Dean with a chance to hit with 2 outs. Dean in game number 1 went 0 for 3, struck out looking. Grounded to the second baseman, also flew out to the left fielder. Dean looking to get out of the slump that he's in right now. Here's the first pitch from Vasgard. Dean will take strike 1, the outside edge. Dating back to the Dakota Classic, he's won for his last 16. Dean will call time as Vasgard was slow to get set from the stretch. Shadow's not yet a factor, just that one sliver of a shadow halfway between the mound and home plate. You still got an hour and 40 minutes left of the sun before it sets here at 9:29 this evening. Here's the 0-1 now from Vasgard. Dean will swing and miss as Merkwan took off for second. He will get to second base. As the throw was late, started to get into center field, but Schaefer was backing it up. So now Dean's got a runner in score position with an 0-2 count and 2 outs. So far, Dean on the season batting .235 with runners in scoring position. He's picked up 3 2-out RBIs on the year for Post State, who has 19 as a team. 0-2. Swing and a miss as he went upstairs and chased it, and a strikeout of Dean, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base after 1 complete. It is scoreless between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Top of the second inning. It is no score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. John Wickler here on this Wednesday evening. Drew McIntyre back at the station. Isaac Pollock will deal with 6, 7, and 8. Gage Sharping, Tristan Fitzsimmons, and Jack Nesky, the first 3 hitters here in the second inning, as Post State and Sioux Falls East scoreless through the first full inning here in game number 2. Sioux Falls East won 10-2 in game number 1. Using a 3-run first, a 2-run second, 1 in the 4th, and then a 4 spot in the 6th inning to break things open to that 10-2 lead. And picking up that 10-2 win. Here's Gage Sharping. First pitch is at the top of the zone for strike 1. Sharping against Pierre went 0 for 3 on Saturday. And he also went 0 for 3 yesterday against Renner, as they'll swing and miss at the 0-1 pitch, and it's now 0-2. And Isaac Pollock maybe looking for his second strikeout here. He's got an 0-2 count and can go anywhere in the zone or outside the zone to try and get Sharping to chase. 0-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Sharping does not chase, and it's now 1-2. To the DH, Gage Sharping. Tristan Fitzsimmons and Jack Nesky, the next 2 hitters. Here's the 1-2. That one will also bounce in, and it's now 2-2 here to Sharping. Did not play in game number 1. And the opportunity here in the second game of this doubleheader. 2-2 pitch. That one will bounce it again, and it's now 3-2. From 0-2 now to 3-2. As Sharping is able to take the next 3 to bring a payoff pitch up coming from Isaac Pollock. Pollock looking to retire the leadoff man. 3-2 pitch. That one will miss low for ball 4. And it will be a leadoff walk instead. Second walk so far issued by Pollock. And it will bring up Tristan Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons did not play in game number 1. He had 1 plate appearance as he replaced Jackson Bowe after being injured. He played first base on Saturday against Post State. He walked in his plate appearance and did come around to score. His first pitch is upstairs for ball 1, but actually I believe he scored on the time that Jackson Bowe ended up coming around to score, when he got to third base and got injured and had to leave the ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball. Lyons over at third. He'll throw to second for 1. Back to first. It's going to be high. Grayson Hunsley is there to back it up, so it will be a fielder's choice. And there's 1 on and 1 out now, as it goes 5-4 on the fielder's choice. And it's now Jack Nesky, the first baseman, who will come to the plate. Nesky in game number 1 against Pierre went 2 for 4, 2 singles. And he popped out the second baseman both times that he was retired. Pollock's first pitch is over for strike 1 to Nesky. Pierre turned a double play in game number 1, nearly had that double play turn in this top of the second inning. As the 0-1 pitch is a ground ball, nearly taken off Pollock. Flip from Wiebe to second, throw to first, and that's in time. A 4-6-3 double play. How about that double play to end the inning? What a play from Jaden Wiebe to flip it to Lincoln Keenels at second base. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base after an inning and a half. No score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Did you ever hear the real story about the old woman who lived in a shoe, who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in the story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Sunshine Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
As we welcome you back here at the bottom of the second, as Post States, they are in a scoreless tie with Sioux Falls East right now, 5, 6, and 7. Johnny Lyons, Gary Nedved, and Jet Zabel be the first 3 hitters here for Pierre. As just a single and a walk for Post State in the first inning, but it was a double play turned in that bottom of the first. And Wiebe and Keenels, who Wiebe grounded into that double play. Keenels was retired on the double play. Those two returned the favor in the top of the second, starting the 4-6-3 double play to retire the inning. Here's Johnny Lyons to lead things off. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Lyons in game number 1. He went 0 for 2. Flew out of the center fielder and also struck out swinging. Here's the 0-1. And a good take there from Lyons. That one just misses outside. Fitzsimmons held there for another second or two, trying to show where that pitch was at, but looked like it was just a bit outside. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Vascar to Lyons. That one is taken for a strike, and the count is now 1-2 here to Lyons. Be followed by Gary Nedved and Jet Zabel. Here's the 1-2 from Vascar to Lyons. And looked at for strike 3, and there's the second strikeout now of the ball game for Vascar. First one looking. And there's one down to kick off the bottom of the second, and it will bring up Gary Nedved, the DH. Nedved went 2 for 3 in the ball game. He doubled home a run in the 4th and then singled to kick off the bottom of the 7th. So Nedved continues to swing a hot bat here for Post State as he gets his first at-bat of game number 2. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. You start to see guys find a groove in the midway point of the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is taken for a strike. It's now 1-1. We'll talk about one of those guys here in just a couple of batters. Maybe, hopefully in the bottom of the second. Maybe it'll be in the bottom of the third. But as that, and again, when you start slow, the average has to find a way to climb up instead of starting to inch back down a little bit. You don't notice it as much as Nedved fouls the first pitch back for the 1-1 pitch back, and it's now 1-2. But you don't notice it as much when you have a little bit of a slump in the middle part of the season, because the average, while it starts to dip, it feels more like it's fluctuating than just starting down the bottom. And for Nedved, it wasn't the best start for him offensively in the summer, but as he's really pulled his way back up, and as it counts now 2-2, I mean, he pulled his way back up to a .342 batting average coming in this doubleheader. And for those that qualify for it, I mean, he's third on the team in batting average. Here's the 2-2 now from Vasgard to Nedved. That one is outside and a little low, and it's now 3-2. On deck is Jet Zabel, the right fielder. Vasgard looking for his second straight strikeout here to open up the inning. Nedved, though, will ground it back to Vasgard. He'll overhand throw it to first base, and there's now 2 down. 3 straight have been retired, dating back to last inning for now Lincoln Vasgard, with 2 strikeouts and a ground ball back to him. And it brings up Jet Zabel, the right fielder. Did not play in game number 1. As he comes to the plate, hitting .200 so far. He is 4 for 20 on the season, and all 4 of his hits are gone for doubles. And he's got 4 runs driven in. So unless he hits a home run, he's not going to get his 5th hit with his 5th RBI. We'd take it. But Zabel takes ball 1 high and away. Vasgard, the right-hander, delivers to the lefty Zabel. That one is taken for a strike, and is now even at a ball and a strike to the rising junior Jet Zabel. Here's the 1-1. That one is at the bottom of the zone. Now it's 1-2 here to Zabel. And Zabel did not play in the Dakota Classic. And being used here in game number 2 as the right fielder, starting right fielder. 1-2 pitch. That one misses low and away, and it's now 2-2 here to Zabel. Matthew Hansen, Grayson Hunsley, the next 2 guys to come to the plate, if any of them are able to reach. Vasgard taking a long time to get that sign from the catcher Fitzsimmons. 2-2 pitch. And Zabel in on the hands. He is able to get a piece of it on a swing that was well inside on him. It's more of a swing that you have when you have a mini bat. But he's able to get a piece of it, stays alive at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And Zabel will foul that one out of play and across Capitol. And we will do it again here at 2-2 with nobody on and 2 away here at the bottom of the second inning. Vasgard comes set from the stretch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will miss low inside. Now 3-2. Again, Matthew Hansen, the number 8 hitter, is on deck for Post State, as they're looking maybe for a lead. That'd be their first lead here today. 3-2 pitch, and Zabel swings and misses and will strike out, and the inning will come to an end. 1-2-3 inning for Vasgard in the bottom of the second. We've played 2 complete, no score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Top of the third inning, and Post State's still scoreless, but so is Sioux Falls East, as Isaac Pollock will deal with 9-1-2. Dylan Rippentrop, Sawyer Tolk, and Jack Smith, the first three hitters here in the top of the third inning. Again, Pollock pitching here in this ball game, and primarily as a pitcher only, a PO for Post State this year. However, with the limited guys that will be going up to Minot this weekend, he'll have a chance to swing the bat and play a little bit of the field. It'll be fun to see what Isaac Pollock can do. He told me he was going yard in his first hit. He's going to be swinging for the fences right away when he comes to the plate in his first game, whether it's tomorrow or whether it's on Friday. He's going to be swinging for the fences. First pitch is outside for ball one to Dylan Rippentrop. Rippentrop went 1 for 2 on Saturday and did not play in the game yesterday against Renner, as it counts 2-0 here to the number 9 hitter, Dylan Rippentrop. As you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. 2-0 pitch is a ground ball to the left side. Keno's off to charge, make a quick play. The throw to first is in the dirt and unable to be scooped out by Dean at first base. And the leadoff man is on to kick off the top of the third inning. And it will be a infield single for Rippentrop. That was a tough play all the way around for everybody to make. And here's now Sawyer Tolk. Tolk he is 0 for 1 right now. He did reach on air to kick off the ball game at the top of the first. That one's upstairs for ball one. So Pollock, who has so far walked 2, one man reached on air and also a base hit. He has a runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off, is a pitch outside, the throw to second. The tag is applied, they got him out at second. So Rippentrop is out trying to steal second. The leadoff single is erased. As I believe the count is 2-0 now to Sawyer Tolk, but Grayson Hunsley is thrown out. Rippentrop trying to steal. As the base umpire working his way back to the first base line. Matthew Hansen also working back to his spot over at second base. Here's the 2-0 now from Isaac Pollock. That one is taken for a strike and is now 2-1 here. To the top of the order, Sawyer Tolk. That's a huge play again. Post State had that happen in the first game as well. In the top of the fourth inning, when Husband was thrown out trying to steal second. That's over for a strike, and it's now 2-2 to Tolk. Changes the complexity of the inning. And the leadoff man on base, and then thrown out trying to steal in the next at-bat. 2-2 pitch. Curveball is in the dirt, blocked up by Hunsley, and the count's now 3-2. Nobody on base. Payoff pitch upcoming here from Isaac Pollock to the top of the order. And Sawyer Tolk with one down here in the top of the third. Payoff pitch. Misses low for ball 4. And it is the third walk now issued from Pollock in the ball game. And it will bring up the number 2 hitter, Jack Smith, who flew out to the left fielder. Flew out to Hansen out in left. Well, George Stalley is out in left field now. Wiebe out in left field. So Wiebe went to left, Hansen went to second. As that was upstairs for ball 1. So nothing but just the defensive positioning changing from Wiebe and Hansen. Here's a 1-0. That one is popped up, foul territory. Bennett Dean will chase it, but it will land out of play. And it's even at a ball and a strike. Here to Jack Smith. Ground ball again can get you out of the inning. They've already turned one double play as Post State. Yes, both teams have turned a double play so far in this ball game. Here's the 1-1. Bouncing in, and Hunsley with a good block, keeping the runner over at first base, and Tolk staying there. And the count's now 2-1. Lights have turned on here at Hyde Stadium. Still just a little bit over an hour and 20 minutes away from sunset. 2-1 pitch. That one is looped foul, and Johnny Lyons, the third baseman, will get over there to make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the third. And it brings up Ethan Bruns.
Third baseman, number 16, Ethan Bruns.
Bruns walked and was stranded at first base back in the top of the first inning. With a runner on first and 2 away here in the top of the third. Isaac Pollock looking for 3 shutout innings. First pitch is just a bit outside. A good first pitch to number 3 hitter. That one just barely missed the zone. Here's the 1-0 instead of pickoff. Back in safely at first base is the runner at first and Sawyer Tolk. Isaac Pollock, this will be pitch number 39 for him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off. It's scooped up by Hunsley, but unable to make the throw to second, so a stolen base for Tolk. He is in scoring position with 2 outs, and the 2-0 count now here to Bruns. Again, Bruns with that walk in the first inning went 3 for 4 in game number 1 with 4 runs driven in. He's got an RBI opportunity here. That was at the top of the zone to Bruns for a strike, and it's now 2-1. Base hit could give East the lead here in the top of the third. Pollock comes set from the stretch. Here's the 2-1. Just a bit above the zone that time, and it's now 3-1. On deck is the cleanup hitter, and Andrew Glovich. Tolk leads away from second. Good hitters count here for Bruns. Don't have to give him to him with a base open. 3-1 pitch. That one is just a bit outside. It will be ball 4, second time that Bruns has been walked. But with a 3-1 count, it's not a bad spot to try and get him to chase. And now you have, I know it's the cleanup hitter up, and you have 2 guys on base, but a ground ball gets you a force out anywhere. And you can go attack Glovich, who is 0 for 1. He struck out looking in his first trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch from Pollock. That's upstairs for ball 1. A curveball that didn't break. And Peyton Zabel will call time, and he will make his way out and talk with Isaac Pollock. Hunsley will join the 2 on the mound to have a quick conversation with runners at first and second and 2 down. And the a 1-0 count upcoming here from Pollock to Glovich. Well, this is a important at-bat. These, with a scoreless game here in the top of the third, to try not to make myself sound like I did last time. Runs that could be at a premium in this ball game. I think I might have said that in the 12-9 ball game last time, so I don't think that's could be as accurate. But the conversation will end. Peyton Zabel will return back to the first base dugout, and Isaac Pollock now with runners at first and second and a 1-0 count, looking to attack the number 4 hitter, Andrew Glovich. 1-0 pitch, a check swing and a full swing. It was going to be a strike anyway. And it's now a 1-1 count here to Glovich. Shadows are starting to creep in across and in front of home plate and right around the mound here at Hyde Stadium. 1-1 pitch. That one is taken for a strike, and the count is now 1-2. First and second. 2 away. And a 1-2 pitch from Pollock to Glovich. He'll reach for it. Ground ball off the glove of Keenels, and he's unable to make the play. went right in front of the second runner at second base in Tolk. And then when Keno's backhanded it, he tried to start to move his way towards first base, and the ball didn't come with him. And it turns into the second air charge to Keno's in this ball game, and the bases are now loaded for Tate Schaefer. Polak will now work from the windup with the bases loaded, trying to get out of this inning. First pitch is over for strike one to Tate Schaefer. He grounded out to Johnny Lyons over at third base to end the top of the first. Big spot now. Bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is taken for a strike, and the count is now 0-2, and Polak can go anywhere in a pitch that's in the dirt. And a strike 3, all Hunsley has to do is just step on home plate to retire the side. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Comes upstairs and misses for ball 1. Tolk is at third, Bruns at second, Glovich at first. Polak delivers the 1-2 pitch. Misses low, and it's now 2-2. That was pitch number 50 of the day for Isaac Polak. Polak trying to retire Tate Schaefer with the bases loaded. 2-2 pitch. Right back at Polak, and he makes the catch. Right back at him, and he made the catch to retire the side. How about that to get out of the inning? What a play from Isaac Polak. The reaction time still there. No run score. 1 hit, 1 error, 3 men left on base after 2.5. We are tied. No score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at ComtechPlus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
It is 8-9-1 here for Post State as we head to the bottom of the third inning, and there is no score. Matthew Hansen, Grayson Hunsley, and Lincoln Keenels will be the first 3 to hit here for Post State, trying to put some runs across and get Pierre a early, well, I guess maybe a midway point lead. Vasgar's throwing 34 pitches through 2 innings. You have just that 1 hit, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. 21 pitches of the 34 have been strikes from Lincoln Vasgar. Matthew Hansen in game number 1 went 1 for 3 in the ball game, singled in the 3rd inning before striking out in the, grounding out in the 5th and striking out in the 7th. As Hansen looked to be a leadoff man on base. Both teams have had, actually the leadoff man has reached base all 3 times for Sioux Falls East, but Polak has been able to work around all 3 of those guys reaching base to lead off an inning. Post State had the leadoff man in the bottom of the 1st before was quickly retired on a double play. Hansen will ground the first pitch up the middle. The shortstop will field and Tolk. The throw across is in time, and 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And we'll bring up Grayson Hunsley. That hop took a quick hop on the shortstop Tolk to make the play. Here's Grayson Hunsley after sitting in the first game. He comes in batting .250, but Grayson Hunsley had himself a strong Dakota Classic, hit .556. 5 of now his 8 hits came this past weekend as the first pitch is over for strike 1. Hunsley had 4 singles and a double hit, 4 runs driven in, his first 4 RBIs of the season. So he's starting to find his groove here. As the 0-1 pitch, though, that grounded right back to Vasgard. 3 pitches and 2 outs to kick off the bottom of the third inning. And it will bring up Lincoln Keenholz, who singled to lead off the bottom of the third. Keenholz then was retired on the 6-3 double play in that bottom of the first inning. He's got 3 hits so far, 3 for 5 today against this East team. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Keenholz in total, he is 4 for 8 against Sioux Falls East. Going 1 for 3 on Saturday. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's a hard ground ball over to the first baseman and Nesky to make the play. And it is a 6-pitch inning, actually a 5-pitch inning for Lincoln Vasgard in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We've played 3 complete, no score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Little Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, third time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet? But forget your phone instead. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
It is the top of the fourth inning, and Post State's Isaac Pollock on the mound. Still scoreless between Pierre and East. Gage Sharping, Tristan Fitzsimmons, and Jack Nesky. 6, 7, and 8 here to open things up in the top of the fourth. Pitch number 52 to open things up in the fourth inning for Isaac Pollock, as he'll deliver it to Sharping, and he'll swing and miss. And it's 0-1 here to Gage Sharping. He walked and then was retired on the fielder's choice on the ground ball from Tristan Fitzsimmons, who is on deck. The 0-1 swing and a miss from Sharping, and is now 0-2. Went down 0-2 in the first at-bat, or in first plate appearance, and was able to end up drawing a walk to lead off the top of the second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Boy, that was a really good pitch and taken just a little bit high, maybe a little bit outside. And Sharping had some good eyes to lay off of that. It looked good from back here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Sharping will ground it over to Keenholz at short. He'll get down on it. The throw to first is a little bit offline, but a tag applied by Dean. And the leadoff man is retired on the ground ball. And there's one down here in the top of the fourth, and it will bring up Tristan Fitzsimmons.
Number 6, the catcher, Tristan Fitzsimmons.
Fitzsimmons, again, he grounded into the fielder's choice and then was retired on the double play. At that point was turned by Wiebe and Keenholz, but now Matt Hansen playing second base, and Jane Wiebe is out in left field. Here's the first pitch upstairs for ball 1 to Tristan Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons went 0 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Currently 0 for 1 right now in this ball game, as it counts now 2-0. And Pollock trying to have a quicker inning to continue to try and see if he can go the distance. That one is skied out towards left field in foul territory. Jaden Wiebe going over. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down. You're nearly overran it, but an easy play there. Can of corn from Jane Wiebe out in left field. And there's now 2 away, and Jack Neschi will come to the plate. He is 0 for 1, grounded into the inning-ending double play. That was a smooth play from Wiebe on the ball that almost hit Isaac Pollock up the middle, that Wiebe was able to field and backhand flip it over to Keenels, who was right on the bag. And then an easy throw from second to first to get the double play to end that top of the second. First pitch is over for a strike to Neschi. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Pollock looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Had a uncharacteristic 1-2-3 in the second. Only had 3 guys that he faced. Wasn't a true retire the side in order. That one is upstairs and is now 2-1 to Neschi. Dylan Rippentrop is on deck. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled back, and it's now 2-2. And Isaac Pollock will be looking for his second strikeout and to put an end to this top of the 4th inning. Pollock from the windup, the right-hander, gets the sign. And he will deliver the 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's a second strikeout for Pollock. A 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Pollock here in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still looking for a first run. No score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
It is the bottom of the 4th inning. No score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. It is 2, 3, and 4. Jane Wiebe, Jack Merquan, and Bennett Dean, the first 3 hitters here in the 4th inning. And Post State looking to finally put some runs on the board here. 1 hit apiece so far for both these teams. Lincoln Keenels picked it up in the first at bat of the first inning, and it was a base hit to lead off the top of the 3rd for Sioux Falls East. It's been 1 walk. Been the only only other base runner for Pierre, and it's been 4 walks so far from Isaac Pollock, and then a couple of guys reaching on errors, 2 errors so far for Post State. So it has been 7 in a row retired for Lincoln Vasgard, who had just a 5-pitch inning in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So through 3 innings, he has thrown just 39 pitches. First pitch to Jane Wiebe is outside for ball 1. And Post State will be maybe looking to work the count a little bit more in this 4th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss low and away, and is now 2-0. Wiebe again grounded into the double play in the bottom of the 1st inning. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game, as he'll watch the 2-0 pitch come inside. Now 3-0. He is 0 for 4 in total in the doubleheader, looking to reach base for the first time here today. 3-0 pitch from Vasgard. He will have a 4-pitch walk issued to Jaden Wiebe. So there's the first base runner to lead off the bottom of the 4th. And here's Jack Merquan. He is, besides Keenel's base hit, he's the only other guy that's been on base. He drew a walk in the bottom of the 1st inning. Left stranded at second back in the bottom of the 1st. So, but here he has an opportunity with a 1 on and nobody out. 3, 4, and 5 now for Post State. First pitch will be in the dirt. Blocked up by Fitzsimmons. That's 5 straight misses to open up the 4th inning for Lincoln Vasgard. Wiebe will lead away from first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Long pause from Vasgard. And that one will catch the top of the zone. So the first strike thrown here in the 4th inning. 1-1 the count here to Jack Merquant. Here's the 1-1 from Vasgard. Merquant will pop it up, foul and out of play. And makes it 1-2 now. Here to the Post State center fielder in game number 2. Bennett Dean waits on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. From Vasgard to Merquant. Pickoff attempt and back in safely is Wiebe at first base. Shadows again creeping across and nearly taking all from the mound to home plate as Merquant will pop this one up. Wiebe's going to get back to first base. The pitcher in Vasgard will make the catch, and there's now 1 down. And Merquant had to stop and slow down because of the fact that the pitcher was going right through the line. And if, you know, the chances of Vasgard maybe dropping it are well, obviously would be better if, and he'd have another opportunity, but if he runs into him, then he gets called for interference. So he had to stop and wait for Vasgard to pass him to allow him to have a chance to field the baseball. Dean will swing and miss at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. He struck out swinging his first trip to the plate. He's 0 for 4 here today. Looking for a big first hit today and maybe find a gap somewhere to drive Wiebe all the way around. 0-1 pitch is high and outside for ball 1. And Pierre will be in Mandan tomorrow for a 1 9-inning contest with first pitch still at 5 o'clock. Be on the air at 4:45. And then Friday, 12:15 and 4:45 in the Minot tournament. Wiebe takes off, and now Dean will pop this up, and Wiebe's got to stop and turn back around again. Coming into the in-foul territory, the right fielder. And Glovich will come in to make the catch. And there's now 2 down. And so Wiebe, who's tried to steal twice now, has had to scamper back to first base with 2 pop-ups. But now here is Johnny Lyons with 2 outs. Both States still looking for their second hit here in the ball game. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The runner on first. That's Wiebe. First pitch to Lyons upstairs for ball 1. Johnny Lyons, maybe Gary Nedved will have an opportunity. If Lyons reaches base, Nedved might have an opportunity to drive in the game's first run. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1 here to Lyons. He is 0 for 3 so far today, 0 for 1 in this ball game, struck out looking. He is one of 3 strikeout victims to Lincoln Vasgard. Here's the 1-1. Instead, a pickoff attempt, and Wiebe will dive back in safely. Base hit here for Lyons, and Wiebe off with contact. Should move him over to third base for Nedved. Runner takes off. Throw to second is going to be off of Wiebe, so he is safe at second base. And Wiebe, who is standing on the base, he picked up the ball and flipped it back to the second baseman and Schaefer. And he steals second. And the count is now 2-1 as that pitch was well up high on Johnny Lyons. So now a base hit could give Post State the lead. Here's a 2-1. Upstairs now 3-1. Gary Nedved is on deck. And again for Lincoln Vasgard now with a base free at first. You don't really have to give in to Lyons. You can have that force out back into play. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And Lyons will swing and foul it back and out of play. And the count is full now at 3-2. Weeby will lead away from second with a full count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Post State base hit gives him the lead. 3-2. That one will miss for ball 4. Weeby will take off for third. The pitch was in the dirt. The throw to third is not going to be in time. So Lyons is at first on the 2-out walk. Weeby takes third of the pitch in the dirt. And Gary Nedved, doesn't matter where he puts the ball in play, as long as he reaches base, he'll drive in Weeby. Second walk in the inning, third walk issued in total from Lincoln Vasgard. Much a different inning than the 5-pitch inning he had in the bottom of the third. This will be pitch number 18 of the inning. First pitch to Nedved, a swing and a miss. Nedved grounded back to the pitcher in his first at-bat, though he is 2 for 4 today. They're going to give Post State the lead. Here's the 0-1, and Nedved will skide out towards right field. Going back on it is the right fielder Glovich. He will make the catch, and Post State will strand a runner in score position here in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the fifth. No score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back here, top of the fifth inning, no score between Pierre and Sioux Falls East, 9-1-2. Dylan Rippentrap, Sawyer Tolk, and Jack Smith, the first 3 hitters here for Post 15 East, as we're still looking for our first run, and let's not get it till at least the bottom of the half of the inning. As Isaac Pollock has thrown 4 shutout innings to this point, as he has thrown 63 pitches through the 4 innings. And we would think maybe Lincoln Keynoles would be the guy in relief of Isaac Pollock in this ball game. But still with 42 pitches left to go, still plenty of time here for Isaac Pollock to pick up a couple more innings of scoreless baseball. But Dylan Rippentrop, the number 9 hitter, who is got the only hit so far for Sioux Falls East, he'll lead things off, followed by Sawyer Tolk and Jack Smith. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for East. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Post State. It has been a pitcher's duel to this point through 4 complete innings. With Lincoln Vasgard has 3 strikeouts, has 3 walks and 1 hit. Isaac Pollock with 1 hit allowed, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts, as Dylan Rippentrop will lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the first pitch. Taken for strike 1. A good first pitch strike from Isaac Pollock to kick things off here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in and is now 1-1. Post State will have 7, 8, and 9 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here 9, 1, and 2 in the top of the 5th for East. 1-1 pitch upstairs, and it's now 2-1. And after this weekend, Pierre will have one more tournament. That's the Gopher Classic. That'll be the weekend after the 4th of July, July 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's now a 3-1 count here to Rippentrop. Other than that, it's outside of Minot coming to town for a triangular and a game Thursday and a triangular on Friday. As a 3-1 is out towards right field. That's going to be down for the second hit of the ball game for Rippentrop and for East. Leadoff single. And we'll bring up the top of the order for Sawyer Tolk. Tolk has been on base both times. He reached on air in the first and walked in the third. And to go back to the schedule for Pierre, it's a lot of South Dakota teams from here on out after we get through the tournament in Minot, and then have Minot coming to town then next weekend, or next week, Thursday and Friday. But it will be pretty much all South Dakota games outside of those two and the Gopher Classic after this weekend concludes, with a trip to Mitchell on Wednesday next week. And then again, Pierre will face Renner, part of that triangular, on the Friday next week. And then Mitchell will be in town on July 5th. We're facing Post 22, Sturgis. Post 22 is just a one game. Sturgis is a doubleheader, Brandon Valley a doubleheader, and Aberdeen a doubleheader, all at home for Post State to try and finish out the season strong and climb up the standings to hopefully host a best-of-3 super regional round. That's a pitch at the knees for a strike to Sawyer Tolk. Rippentrop was thrown out trying to steal second after he led off the top of the third with the game's first hit for Sioux Falls East. Now he's got the second hit to lead off the top of the 5th inning. Not stealing on this pitch. There's a line shot. There's a base hit for Tolk. Be first and second here now with nobody out. And it brings up Jack Smith. So first two men have reached base to kick off the top of the 5th inning. But now it's Jack Smith, who is 0 for 2. He flew out to the left fielder. At that time was Hanson, and then he also popped out to Johnny Lyons at third base on a soft fly ball. First pitch to him will bounce in. Good block there from Grayson Hunsley. And it's a 1-0 count. And now Peyton Zabel will make his way back out and have a conversation with Isaac Pollock. I think that Lincoln Keenels would be the guy in relief. And Gary Nedved is the DH, so he would probably have to. Now Johnny Lyons will make his way over and talk with the rest of the. Okay, maybe just telling him, hey, ground ball are going right to you over at third base. But Gary Nedved, the DH, who played right field in game one. Jet Zabel over there in right field. You kind of maneuver guys around to put him at left and Jaden Wiebe to come in and play short, or Hanson to play short and Wiebe to second. But again, he's still with Isaac Pollock at 72 pitches and 33 left to go. The ground ball right here. The inning's a little bit different. And you're not so worried about it. Runner takes off right away, and the first pitch is in the dirt, and both runners will move up 90 feet. And it's now a 2-0 count here to Jack Smith. So now the infield will come in all the way around to try and keep this a scoreless ball game with the 2-0 pitch now from Isaac Polak. Boy, that was very close, but missed just a little bit outside. So a 3-0 count with runners at second and third. 3-0 pitch is upstairs, and it will be a 4-pitch walk, and now the bases are loaded for Ethan Bruns, who has been walked both times he's come to the plate. But a ground ball can get you a double play here in the infield. Now they're going to back the middle up to trade 2 outs for 1 run. Here's the first pitch to Bruns, over for strike 1. But nothing would be better than maybe a ground ball right back to Isaac Polak to start a 1-2-3 double play. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bruns. Upstairs, and Hunsley is able to jump to make the catch, and it's now 1-1. Preferably, you get the strikeout first and then the ground ball back to Polak. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ethan Bruns. That one will miss upstairs, and it's now 2-1. This will be pitch number 79 upcoming from Isaac Polak. 2-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. It's now 3-1, and Polak in danger of walking in the game's first run. And the bases loaded and nobody out. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Bruns. He will take strike 2 on a check swing that was called a strike, and the count is now full with the bases loaded. And Polak is looking for strikeout number 3. Payoff pitch. That one's fouled right back out of play, and we'll do it again here at 3-2. Bases are loaded here with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. The number 3 hitter, Ethan Bruns, at the plate. And a full count pitch from Isaac Polak to Bruns. Fouled back again. Bruns just barely staying alive. So here again, another full count pitch upcoming. With the bases loaded, nobody out. That one will miss for ball 4, and a run will come in to score. And it's a 1-0 lead now here for Sioux Falls East. And it will bring up the cleanup hitter, and Andrew Glovich.
Right fielder number 9, Andrew Glovich.
Glovich struck out looking in his first plate appearance, reached on air back in the 3rd. First pitch fouled back. It is 0-1. 2 hits and 2 walks allowed so far in this inning from Isaac Polak. And a 1-0 lead here for Sioux Falls East now. Still bases loaded with nobody out. The 0-1 pitch. That one is upstairs, and it's now 1-1. This will be pitch number 86 upcoming here from Isaac Polak. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss just a little bit low, and it's now 2-1. 6 walks issued so far from Polak, 3 hits allowed, 1 run, 2 strikeouts through 86 pitches. That one's fouled back, and it's now 2-2. And Polak is looking for his 3rd strikeout once again. On deck is Tate Schaefer, and then Gage Sharping. Here's the 2-2 from Polak to Glovich. From the windup, he delivers, and it hits him. And it's now a 2-0 ball game. And it will be an RBI for Andrew Glovich. As for Isaac Pollock, that's just the first guy that he's hit all season. And now it's Tate Schaefer. Here's the first pitch to Schaefer. That's over for strike one. So bases remain loaded. 2-0 now our lead with nobody out in the top of the fifth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball towards right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to score a couple runs. Merkwan's over there to cut it off. The throw will keep the runner at first base. And it's first and third now with nobody out. And it's a 4-0 lead for Sioux Falls East. And Schaefer delivers again for Post 15 East. That's now RBIs 3 and 4 of the day. And it's first and third, and that will end the day for Isaac Pollock. We'll step aside for a minute. We'll come back and tell you the changes. As Post State now down 4-0 here in the top of the fifth to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, Jet Zabel is on the mound now for Post State. So Gary Nedved will enter the game from the DH position to play right field, so that will eliminate the DH for the rest of the ball game. Can't close the book yet on Isaac Pollock as he's responsible for the runners at first and third here with nobody on the top of the fifth, but he did give up 4 hits, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts in his 4 innings of work, and so far has been charged with those 4 runs, but at most he would give up 6, and for Jet Zabel hoping that he can keep Isaac Pollock to allow just 4 runs in his 4 innings of work. But the first man to greet him is Gage Sharping. First pitch from the lefty is flown out towards right field, right over to where Nedved's at, and it's going to land in for a base hit. 1 runner will come in to score. The runner takes off for third. The throw to third is not going to be in time, and it's runners still at the corners with nobody out. It's a 5-0 lead and an RBI single for Sharping as he went up there swinging. As here's Tristan Fitzsimmons. This is the 8th man to come to the plate. As Post State now down 5-0 here for a 3rd straight game against Sioux Falls East. Here's the first pitch to Fitzsimmons. Runner takes off for second. The throw to second. Tag is applied. Now they get the runner in between third base, but he's able to get back to third without a throw, and they have tagged out Sharping at second for the first out. Now there's just a runner on third. That's a big first out for Post State to get because they ran themselves into the first out. 1-3-6 on the pickoff. And the runner at third, and Schaefer did not try and score. As here's the first pitch to Fitzsimmons. He'll float it right over the heads of the runner at the first and second and into right field for another base hit. It's now a 6-0 ball game as Fitzsimmons gets the RBI. And that will officially close the book on Isaac Pollock, who will give up those 6 runs on 6 runs on 4 hits. 6 walks and 2 strikeouts in his 4 innings of work. So now here's Jack Neschi. With a runner on first and one out, first pitch will miss low for ball one. Ninth man to come to the plate here for Sioux Falls East, as they've put up at least a 6 spot here in this inning. That one will miss, and it's now 2-0 to Jack Neschi. He's 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play and also struck out swinging. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is at the knees and is now 2-1. Fitzsimmons at first. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one will miss low and is now 3-1. On deck, the number 9 hitter and Dylan Rippentrop, who started all this inning with a single, which ended up being just the second hit of the ball game. There was a fly ball that's out of play, and it's now 3-2. In for Post State, things have quickly turned upside down, as it was a scoreless game going to the top of the fifth, and now it's a 6-0 game. There's a ground ball for Hanson at second. He'll flip to short for one, back to first, and it is in time for a 4-6-3 double play, and it will retire the side here in the top of the fifth inning. But 9 men come to the plate, 6 men score on 4 hits. It's going to be 5 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. So we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Post State now down 6-0 to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
As we welcome you back here at the bottom of the fifth inning, Post State is down 6-0, as it will be 7-8-9 here for the Eights. A long break from Lincoln Vasgard who has thrown 4 shutout innings, and Post State maybe wants to jump on him early and try and reset things here, as they're down 6-0 with the 6th spot in that top of the fifth for Post 15 East. Pierre is in danger. This is a little bit of danger territory right now, with a big shutdown inning upcoming, and if Pierre is unable to score, then things get a little bit bleaker here to try and earn a split with Sioux Falls East. Because then you'd be down to your final 6 outs with a 6-run deficit. Jed Zabel lead things off. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Post State, the pitcher, number 16, Jed Zabel. Hanson on that.
As, again, Zabel comes in hitting 200 on the season. He's got 4 doubles for his 4 hits so far on the year. Here's the first pitch to Zabel. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Vascar to Zabel. That one will miss low, and it's now 1-1 here to the number 7 man, the order, leadoff man here in the bottom of the fifth. Post State with just 1 hit. It was the leadoff man in the bottom of the first. Lincoln Keenels have not had a hit since then. Zabel swings and misses, and it's now 1-2. Matthew Hansen and Grayson Hunsley will follow here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Post State had just 6 hits in game number 1, and so far just 1 here in game number 2. 1-2 pitch will miss low and inside. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lincoln Vasgard, who has thrown 4 shutout innings, delivers a 2-2. That one's high outside. It's now 3-2. And for Post State, who will take on some out-of-state competition starting tomorrow and through the rest of the weekend before really starting to drive through the in-state competition the rest of the year outside of the Gopher Classic. The 3-2 pitch. Zabel swings and misses and will strike out. He's down on strikes twice now here this evening, and it will bring up Matthew Hansen. But it's an opportunity to now, when you get to these out-of-state games, yes, they don't mean anything in the standings. They don't mean anything in the seed points. However, it's a chance to kind of maybe get to reset, get some wins, start to play a little bit better, see some confidence from this team, and you hope that's the big takeaway from the tournament up in Minot. Again, the wins and losses aren't going to matter at the end of the day for the South Dakota seed points because you're playing out-of-state competition, but those wins could carry into playing better against Mitchell next Wednesday and playing better against the rest of the South Dakota teams as Hansen will sky this out to left field, still going back to the left fielder, but Rippentrop will make the catch, and there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th, and it will bring up Grayson Hunsley, who grounded back to the pitcher in his first at-bat. Again, for Pierre, they've had 3 walks since Lincoln Keenels led off the bottom of the 1st with a base hit. Just 3 walks, and that's been the only guys to reach base. Grayson Hunsley is 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch to Hunsley. That one's off the mitt, but for a strike. To Hunsley. Top of the order with Keenels is on deck. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled back off of Fitzsimmons' mask, and the count is now quickly 0-2, and Vasgard is a strike away from having another 1-2-3 inning, which would be his 3rd in 5 innings if he is able to retire Hunsley. Vasgard will come set from the stretch. He'll deliver the 0-2 pitch to Hunsley. That one will miss low and outside, and it's now 1-2 here to the Post State catcher. And the Eights will play a 9-inning game tomorrow at 5 o'clock in Mandam. Be on the air at 4:45 with first pitch at 5 o'clock. 1-2 pitch. Hunsley will get out towards left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. 2-out single for Post State. Second hits of the ball game for Pierre. And it will bring up Lincoln Keenels with 2 outs and runner on first.
Shortstop, number 7, Lincoln Keenels.
Hunsley will run for himself. Over at first base, Keenels, he is 0 for 2 or 1 for 2 in this ball game. He singled to lead off the bottom of the 1st, and then he grounded out to the first baseman. And he'll foul that one back and out of play. And it's 0-1. Here's the Post State shortstop. 6 runs on 5 hits in the inning for Sioux Falls East in the top of the 5th, giving them a 6-run cushion with all 9 men coming to the plate. First pitch is, or the 0-1 pitch is upstairs. It's now 1-1. Actually had their first 8 guys reach base, and they ran into 1 out, and then they ground into a double play to end the inning. Keenels will take the 1-1 pitch just a little bit low and away, and it's now 2-1. Listen to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as it's just past 9 o'clock here at Hyatt Stadium. John Winkler here on this Wednesday evening. It is a 6-0 lead for Sioux Falls East. All 6 runs have come in the top of the 5th inning as we play in the bottom of the 5th. As that's upstairs, and it's now 3-1 here to Keenholz. Jaden Weeby waits on deck. Post State has been stymied to this point with just 2 hits. Grayson Hunsley, who stands at first base, has one of the 2 hits so far. As the Eights will be, with a ball in the gap, maybe trying to find a way to see if Hunsley can score from first base. Here's the 3-1. Good hitters counting to Keenholz. He'll swing and foul that one back. And it's now 3-2. As Hunsley will get a head start with a 3-2 count. That ball was just a little bit to the right, a little bit farther, hit a little bit harder. Could have came back up here the press box. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Vasgard to Keenholz. He'll foul that one out of play, and we'll do it again at 3-2. And the home plate umpire run out of baseballs with a full count here in 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jaden Weeby is on deck, looking for an opportunity to hit here in the bottom of the 5th, which would either be first and second, maybe first and third, or maybe Keenholz will go deep and make it a 6-2 ball game. So here comes another 3-2 pitch with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hunsley, nobody holding Hunsley on, so he'll get a good head start here with a full count pinch upcoming. Time is called, and we'll wait to do it again. Vasgard will come set. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Keenholz swings and misses and will strike out, and that will end the inning here in the bottom of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After 5 completes, it is a 6-0 lead for Sioux Falls East over Pierre. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Top of the 6th inning, and it's a 6-0 lead for Sioux Falls East, as it will be 9-1-2. Dylan Rippentrop, who started the 5th inning, will get a chance to start this 6th inning, as he is 2 for 2. At the point of him going 2 for 2, it was the only 2 hits that Sioux Falls East had. They ended up scoring 6 runs, though, in that 5th inning, getting 5 hits in total in the top of the 5th. And it is a 6-0 lead here for Sioux Falls East as we open things up here in the top of the 6th. Dylan Rippentrop, who, again, 2 for 2. Well, come to the plate to lead things off in the top of the 6th. First pitch will be low and nearly hitting Rippentrop. Here's the 1-0 from Zabel. That one, again, that one actually will hit Rippentrop. So he will be on for the third time, and all 3 times he's led off the inning, getting on base with 2 hits and also being hit by a pitch. Here's Sawyer Tolk. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's been on base all 3 times, though. He reached on air, walked, and also singled. He came around to score on the RBI hit by pitch from Andrew Glovich. As it's a 1-0 count here to Sawyer Tolk. Here's the 1-0 from Zabel to Tolk. Swing and a miss. Ended up being a foul ball, I believe. It was a late call from home plate umpire, but it is a foul ball, and the count is now 1-1. Here to Sawyer Tolk, the leadoff man in the order for Sioux Falls East, here in the top of the 6th with 1 on and nobody out. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-2. And Tolk went 2 for 4 against Pierre on Saturday, and in game 1 went 2 for 4 as well. And now opportunity to go 2 for 4 again if he gets a base hit. That one will bounce in. That will hit Tolk, though, and it's now first and second with nobody out, with back-to-back guys being hit by pitch to open things up in the top of the 6th inning. And then we'll bring up Jack Smith. Smith walked in the 5th, came around to score on the base hit from Tate Schaefer. And he drove in 2 runs. As that one will miss for ball 1 inside. Sharping and then Fitzsimmons. There's a lot of guys that had RBIs in that 5th inning, as Peyton Zabel will come back out and talk to little brother Jed Zabel. You know, it was a walk, an RBI walk from Ethan Bruns. They got the first run to score, then an RBI hit by a pitch of Glovich, a 2 RBI single from Schaefer. There was an RBI hit from Gage Sharping and another RBI single from Fitzsimmons before a double play ended the inning. So, with runners at first and second, the conversation will quickly end between Peyton and Jet Zabel. With the count 1-0 right now to the number 2 hitter in Jack Smith. Here's the 1-0. Showing bunt, pulling it back, and taking it for ball 2 is Jack Smith. Zabel comes set from the stretch. Here's the 2-0. That was a chopper. Lyons will step on the bag at third. He'll throw it across the diamond. It's low and scooped out by Dean, and they call him safe at first. It looked like he beat him by a full step over there at first base, but it will remain at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And it'll be a fielder's choice. Call it 5U on the fielder's choice, and there is 1 down. And we'll bring up now Ethan Bruns. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Runners at first and second here with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-0 pitch will miss inside, and it's now 2-0 here to Bruns. He has walked all 3 times. He drove in a run on the walk in the top of the 5th inning. In game number 1, he went 3 for 4 with 4 runs driven in. So 5 RBIs in total, and now it's a 3-0 count here to Bruns. And in danger of walking him for the 4th time in this ball game. 3-0 pitch. It will be a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded. And we'll bring up Andrew Glovich, who was hit by a pitch and drove in a run.
Number 9, right fielder, Andrew Glovich.
And both states got to be a little bit careful now, as Those 3 guys on base. Glovich represents a 10-run lead for Sioux Falls East. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Glovich is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the first and reached on air in the third. Here's the 1-0. That's also outside, and that's now 2-0. Bases loaded here with 1 out. 2-0 pitch. That one is taken for a strike, and it's now 2-1. It is Tolk at third, Smith at second, and Bruns at first. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 2-2. Here to Andrew Glovich. On deck is Tate Schaefer. Is able to work from the windup here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Here is the 2-2. That one will miss, and it's now 3-2. Tampa Bay leading Colorado 2-1 in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final after 2 periods. 3-2 pitch. There's a line shot, base hit. 1 run will come in to score as Wiebe is able to cut it off. He'll launch it over, and that one will get away from Hunsley. A second run will come in to score on the air that'll be charged to Wiebe. And it's now an 8-0 ball game, and there's runners at second and third here with 1 away. There'll be an RBI single for Glovich, and then an air charge to Wiebe, the third of the ball game here for Post State. And now here is Schaefer, who's already driven in 2 runs, and in total has driven in 4 runs on the day. Has another chance to add to it with a base hit, can make it a 10-0 ball game. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Tate Schaefer. Back to the Stanley Cup. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final will be on KCCR, as we'll be able to wrap up coverage of Post-State baseball before the start of, should be able to wrap up coverage of Post-State baseball before the start of Game 5 between Tampa Bay and Colorado. And then Game 6, as long as that score holds up, we'll have it Sunday night on KCCR as well. Here is the 0-2 pitch from Zabel to Tate Schaefer. Here's a ground ball left side. Run will come in to score. The play is made to retire Schaefer, who'll pick up with the RBI. And now there's a runner on third with a 9-0 lead here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. And he'll bring up Gage Sharping, who singled home a run in his last at-bat in the top of the 5th before he was picked off between first and second. Here's the first pitch. That's upstairs for ball 1. He is the 7th man to come to the plate in this 6th inning. And nearly are batting around in both the 5th and 6th inning. That one is missing low, and it's now 2-0. 3 runs here in the 6th inning makes a 9-0 lead for Sioux Falls East. 2-0 pitch. And Sharping will launch it out towards center field. That one's going to go over the head of Jack Merkwan, as that one will one-hop off the wall. And it'll be an RBI double for Sharping. He will stop at second base with that 2-out RBI double. And it is now a 10-0 lead for Sioux Falls East. And Post State will be forced to score in the bottom of the 6th, or the game will come to an end in an inning short. Here's Tristan Fitzsimmons. He singled home a run back in the 5th inning. 8th man to come to the plates. And Post State now down 10-0. This was a tie ball game, scoreless through 4 innings, and now here at the top of the 6th, it is quickly gone to a 10-0 lead as the first pitch is over for strike 1 to Tristan Fitzsimmons. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 0-2. Post State will have 2, 3, and 4, and will have to score a run, at least a run, in the bottom of the 6th inning to keep the ball game moving. Runner takes off for third, but that one's popped up. Matthew Hansen going out, Gary Nedved coming in. Hansen will call forward and make the over-the-shoulder catch to retire the side here in the top of the 6th inning. But another 4-run score on just 2 hits in the inning. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. Post State down 10-0, needing to score. As you're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Bottom of the 6th inning, in Post State's right now down to their last 3 outs, because they are down 10-0 here to Sioux Falls East and need to score with 2, 3, and 4 up to the plate. Lincoln Vasgard has thrown 77 pitches, 5 innings of shutout baseball right now, 2 hits allowed, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And he will deal with Jaden Wiebe, Jack Merkwan, and Bennett Dean, 2, 3, and 4 here of the order for Post State, who again need at least 1 run to send us to the top of the 7th. Otherwise, Pierre will drop another 2 games and will drop to 7-11 on the season. And we'll have a weekend out in Mandan and Minot starting tomorrow. But for Pierre, this game is still got to feel like it's far from over. But you have to have the sense of urgency. Trailing by 10 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch to Wiebe, misses low for ball 1. Vascar looking for a complete game shutout. And he has to have the shutout, otherwise we'll extend to the 7th inning. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Wiebe drew a walk back in the 4th inning. Post State has just 2 hits, as Wiebe swings and misses, and it's now 1-2. Keenels had a leadoff single in the bottom of the 1st, and then a 2-out single from Grayson Hunsley in the 5th inning. 3 walks in between, no other base runners allowed. No errors so far from Sioux Falls East. 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Leadoff man is on to kick off the bottom of the 6th. And it will bring up Jack Merkwan. Merkwan is 0 for 1. He walked and popped out in foul territory where Vasgard was able to make the catch on the first base line. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Merkwan was trying to make it a 10-2 ball game on that swing. A pitch that was above the strike zone, but looked good. Those pitches above the strike zone always look good. 0-1 pitch. That one above the strike zone again, but Merkwan lays off it, and the count's now 1-1. Bennett Dean, Johnny Lyons will be the next hitters after Merkwan. 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Again, Post State looking to find at least 1 here in the 6th inning. You know, going to get all 10 back in 1 at bat. But you need to have a couple here score. There's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, the second for one. Back to first. He's safe at first base. So it goes down to the fielder's choice. And it will bring up Bennett Dean with 1 on and 1 out. The flip from Tolk to Schaefer to retire Wiebe. But Merkwan was able to get it over to up and down the line at first. So there's 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. As it brings up Bennett Dean to the plate. Dean is 0 for 2. Here's the first pitch to Dean upstairs for ball 1. In Vasgard, that was pitch number 86. So most likely if he can't finish the ball game in the 6th inning, he won't be able to go the distance. 1-0 pitch is missing low, and it's now 2-0. And for Dean and Lions, that will be up next. They want to score some runs here for Post State. Lost 10-2 in game number 1 to Pierre, and now down 10-0 here in game number 2. And Dean will pop it up on the infield. The second baseman underneath to make the catch. Schaefer will retire Dean, and now Post State is down to their final outs here in this ball game, and it will bring up Johnny Lyons. Lyons struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Actually struck out looking in his first at-bat. Then he drew a walk back in the 4th. So he's 0 for 1. And they will continue to hold Merkwan on at first base, knowing that they want to end this in the 6th inning and not take it to the 7th. First pitch is over for strike 1. Again, Pierre will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow, 12:15 on Friday, and then 4:45 Friday evening before playing at 12:15 again on Saturday. That one will miss. And then they back pick, and Merkwan will get back in safely. And the count is now 1-1 here to Johnny Lyons. Then Sunday will all depend on how they do in their 3 games, whether they play at 8:30 if they're the 3 seed in their pool or playing one of the semifinal games, which will be at 10:45 and 1 o'clock. Then the championship game, if Pierre would make it to the championship in the Minot tournament, maybe a 3:15 start time. And that would be a really late night for everybody to get back home on a Sunday. 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Stopped by the glove of the third baseman. A throw across the diamond is in time, and it's a 10-0 shutout for Sioux Falls East over Post State. No runs in the inning. 1 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 10-0 shutout for Sioux Falls East in game number 2 as Post State is swept here at home to Sioux Falls East as they fall to 7-11 on the season. We'll step aside for a minute, come back and wrap it up from Hyde Stadium. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
As we welcome you back here to Hyde Stadium as Post State drops a doubleheader. They lose 10-2 in game 1 and 10-0 in game number 2. Post State ended up with 9 hits in total in the 2 games. They were at a 3-hit shutout against Sioux Falls East here in game number 2. It was a pitcher's duel through 4 innings, but 6 runs at the top of the 5th and another 4 in the 6th. Picked up the 10-0 lead, and Post State was unable to secure any runs in game number 2. And a disappointing doubleheader for Post State here at Heights Stadium, as they're now 7-11, and will travel to Mandan tomorrow for a 5 o'clock first pitch of a 9-inning game, and then we'll be in Minot on Friday at 12:15 and 4:45, as they will be looking to turn things around. At 7-11 right now, they're 7-11 on the season, and be looking for a couple of big wins this weekend, and we'll have to turn things around quickly as they are dropped to 4-6 in South Dakota games. Be on the air at 4:45 tomorrow evening for that 9-inning game against Mandan, and we'll have first pitch at 5 o'clock. Thanks to Drew McIntyre back at the station, as John Wickler here saying, wrapping things up as the final score in Game 1. It was a 10-2 win for Sioux Falls East, and then a 10-0 win in Game number 2 as we say so long from Hyde Stadium.
You've been listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, Dakota Sprinkler, CHS River Plains, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas. Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Ferding Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Avera, Sander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season for Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of KCCR Sports.